You know what's funny? I can't even have a good day without bad things happening. Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears, where time is irrelevant and projects are eternal. We are still here in my rental house. However, things are getting really exciting. This is actually probably the most excited I have ever been throughout this entire project, which has been 7 months of my life at this point. I literally actually do not know a life without working on this house anymore. It's been that long and it's been that intense. It's been every single day for me for 7 months. And that is gonna come to a close very soon. So my contractor is here and working full speed ahead finally. He had to work another job. He finished that job and now I am his priority, at least for this weekend. We'll see how the week shapes up, but it's looking very good. So he is working on the bathroom now. He completed all of the stucco on the outside. He also fixed the door. So we're gonna go take a look at all of that pretty quickly. And I'm also gonna show you what I've been up to because last week was a very good kick in the ass for me. It was really motivating to get this floor down in the kitchen. It just completely transformed this place and I cannot wait to show you. So let's just get right into it. First, let's take a look at what my contractor's been doing. She has laid the floor now. He actually kind of disagreed on my choice for grout. He didn't like the idea of laying down black grout. I thought it was going to be fine. I mean, I have it in my other bathroom and I like it, but he made, a good point that a light gray is actually going to look just fine because it will kind of resist discoloration a little bit more. And I think it works. I think this is going to look great with the tiles up on the walls once it's ready to go. So he just laid this yesterday and today. He just put in the grout, so the grout's going to set. And then tomorrow morning, I'm actually going to put the toilet in. I know he's got to tile the walls, but all you got to do is take the tank off and that's not a problem. So I want to get the toilet in for my party so that people don't have to go over to my house and let the cats out just to take a leak. So that's going to happen within the next day or so. I am considering putting the vanity in. It all just depends on how the plumbing goes. Out here, he has finished the stucco. Which is very cool, which means it is ready for me to paint. I can get this house painted. I'm gonna wait until that's kind of the last thing that I have left to do is on the outside. I want to get the inside entirely done first because once I get some paint down, I'm going to continue this pathway and this will just be my next project. But I can do all of this actually with somebody living here, so it's not going to affect them at all. Now let's take a look at what I've been up to. We're going to start in here before we go into the kitchen because, this was kind of my day yesterday and today. Over here in the windows, you see I put those little hooks to stash the cords. I really didn't want to do it. Over at my house, instead of having 4 ropes to control the blinds, I've got 2. And my wife is always kind of worried about one of our cats, our big, giant, clumsy one, kind of getting his neck caught up in there. And that would be a really sad day. So over there, I don't have these hooks. So, we do a good job of keeping them out of the way. But I was just thinking over here, since I have them, I may as well put them up. And especially if someone has kids over or whatever, that's good to fix. Especially if someone has kids over or something, we can just tie that up. And really, My thinking was that if they choose not to use it, it's on them. If it's not available for them to use, then it's on me. So that's why I put those up. I put those up on all of the windows. I think except for the giant window. No, I did put it on the giant window. I didn't put it on this one yet because I don't have the blinds yet. And also in this living room, you see we have the floor cleaned up really nicely. I've obviously got some boxes laying around, but you know, these grooves are actually cut into the slats on the original floor. This is original floor, so I had to literally crawl around on my hands and knees scrubbing out the grooves that are cut into the floor there. It was basically my day-to-day. Huge pain in the ass, but it was entirely worth it because all of the dust that got kicked up from sanding over and over across the house, you know, was caked in all of those grooves. So really had to, you know, rub the rag in there with some wood cleaner and really do it by hand. So, you know, the end result is most certainly worth it. So one of the things that always bothers me is these holes in the floor that are cut for cable TV. You know, there's one right there, there's one right there, there's one there, there's one. It's just like, come on. First of all, like, who's putting a TV there? Who's drilling holes in the floor there, and why? And also there, why? But also, how unprofessional is it for these cable companies to collect hundreds of dollars a month from you and to not even put a wall receptacle on correctly like a sane person? That to me is an atrocity. You, as their customer, have the right to demand that they install you know, receptacles in the wall and not put holes in the floor. So that is something that I am going to specify in my rental agreement. No new holes in the original wood floor. If they choose to reuse existing holes, that's fine by me, but no new holes, because that shit just pisses me off. It really upsets me how cable companies take so much money from you and can be so lazy. Moving on from that, look at this. Look at it. Oh, this. I got the thresholds in, all of the quarter rounds in. I laid a bead of caulking all around the corners there. You can see here. And then over there is a missing trim piece because I'm waiting for the countertops to be installed. Once the countertops are in, I can cut that trim piece and you know, do whatever ends up needing to be done at the base of that cabinet. Aside from that, my God, I could cry. I might cry. It looks so good. I'm so happy with this. I got a new box of trash bags. But look at this. And then you see what I was talking about, you know, painting the quarter rounds on one side and staining on the other. I think because I did such a clean job there, it really works well. And then this is the brand new refrigerator. I had to cut this out from my last video because, for one, it was too long, and second, well, I lost the file. So you didn't get to see my big rant and rave about how I got scammed on a refrigerator. We can go take a look at that in just a second. But this is a brand new Samsung refrigerator, French door, 30-inch, same size as the KitchenAid that I had. Just a few things of mine in there. And this is just a really, really nice fridge. Oh. The cabinets up there, I got them all cleaned up. The window is not in yet. I have to follow up with Lowe's to see what the ETA is on it. It should be any day now. They're usually pretty quick. The the doorbell does not work anymore. I put my hand on the transformer and it's actually hot. So I'm thinking I just need to replace this transformer. And I have the new one ready to go. So we're going to replace that and hope that the doorbell begins working again. I've got the adapter for the gas line. I got it hooked up. However, I hooked it up last night, and when I opened the door today, I smelled lots of gas. So I'm not quite done there. I'm hoping that all I have to do is tighten a couple of fittings and be done with it. If not, then I may have ruined the crush washer or something. You know, there's a bunch of things that could have gone wrong, but the gas is definitely coming from there. The water's fine though. I've had the water lines open for a few days and it's working out just fine. And again, I've been cleaning the floor over and over and over again in here. I have a little bit of touch up to do on the wall. So today I'm probably going to do these little touch-ups. Now that I've done most of the cleaning, I'm fairly comfortable with how clean this house is. I'm just going to do some touch-ups on the wall, and then I'm going to start moving in the TV stand and the TV for my little 4th of July get-together. And, you know, I'm going to move that table over there, and then I have all of these chairs in the other room, bring them out here, line them up, get that crap out of the way, and we'll be ready to go. I may be able to take some coming soon listing photos at the end of the day. You know what's funny? I can't even have a good day without bad things happening. So first of all, this doorbell doesn't work. I tried replacing this transformer and the doorbell still does not work. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I'm starting to suspect that there's something going on between the line and either the power line to the bell, or there's something going on between the button and the transformer. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Really annoying. I'm gonna have to figure that out later because there's another more important problem, and that is this sink. So my contractor came by, and I of course paid him for the work he's done so far, and we took a look at the sink and determined that yeah, I should change my plans. Number one, this sink is just simply too wide. It's a 30-inch sink. I have a 30-inch cabinet, which means it's too wide. There's nowhere for it to sit. So right off the bat, I need a different sink. Secondary, and also you know, a good point of inflection is maybe I shouldn't get a farmhouse sink. And why is that? Well, that is because if I just get a standard single tub stainless steel sink that drops in, first of all, stainless steel is going to look fine. It's going to look fine. See, it's going to look fine. In fact, it's going to look great. But also, it's going to be a lot cheaper because we won't have to build a scaffolding to hold this ridiculously heavy sink, and I can just, you know, drop it in, not have to modify the cabinet, not have to modify the doors. It's just going to be, it's going to save me a whole lot of money. And the sink will probably be cheaper too. So we'll see about that. The sink will probably be significantly cheaper, but you know, the installation is going to be a lot cheaper. My contractor also gave me some instruction on the countertops themselves. He said that I need to nail in 3/4 inch plywood to the top of the entire cabinet space, both here and here, and gave me some pointers on, you know, what to look out for. Like, for one, I got to trim this down, and then you know, kind of push this out. You know, just little things here and there that I need to watch out for as I'm installing the sub top, or whatever the hell you want to call it. He gave me a name for it and I forgot it. But yeah, 3/4 inch plywood on top of all of these cabinets. which isn't very much. I can probably knock this out today if I have the plywood, and that will be, the next step. So I need to knock this out first. Once I get this done, I will go get another sink. I need to pack this back up, take it back to Home Depot, and they'll take it back. They're Home Depot, for God's sake. So I'll just tape it up, take it back, and exchange it. And the big bonus here is that I'm probably going to save a lot of money. Significant, in the thousands. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Good news, I've got the toilet in, and it works, and it doesn't leak. I think those are the important parts of having a toilet. I've also brought the vanity in. However, I've got a little bit of an issue here. I don't think this is going to be as bad as it looks. I think if I can add an elbow here and bring it over here next to the other pipe, I think then I will only need to cut out a small notch in the vanity, and I am going to have to modify the shelf, which I don't think is going to be much of a problem. I can start by just taking it out, and then maybe I can relocate it, this is going to have to change a little bit. This is going to have to change a little bit, and then this is going to have to get moved over here. So I have never done this before. So I have never cut and spliced copper before. So this will be something that I learn along the way. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I'm actually very pleased that adding these services connects don't leak. So I was really happy about that. Now I just need to kind of take it to the next step. I think I can accomplish this without having to buy more copper. I think all I have to do is buy 2 elbows down at the hardware store. I can cut it back here, add the elbow, strap it to the wall. Actually, I do need to cut copper because this is longer than this. So I'm going to need to get a little bit of copper. Get an elbow, move it over, strap it to the wall, get another elbow, and then attach it to whatever I have left to bring it back out. I am probably going to wait until I have tile because that's going to change the depth that I have to work with. So I'm probably going to move this vanity out when my contractor is ready to come back and just kind of table this for now. But I think I have a really good plan moving forward. Over in the kitchen, I have the sub countertop cut and lined up with the cabinets and with the wall. This one was a little funky. This cabinet actually separated in the back, and so the face of it was like way far out. I did the measurements, and this is correct now. However, when I went to cut the wood, the blade walked just a little bit, so it looks like it's off. It is definitely not. It's just an optical illusion. This sticks out just a little bit. Unfortunately, I either hit the wall in the corner there because the wall's not square, or just kind of cut it slightly wide. Whatever. I could probably trim that with my multi-tool or sand it. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I need to, but I probably do need to. Over here was the kind of the most important part of it, because this cabinet was really wonky, and so adding this top, I was able to line it all back up correctly. So that's worked out really well. I'm glad I did that. My contractor is going to handle adding the the final countertop on top of this. He's also going to cut the hole for the sink. The sink is going to arrive at the end of the week. So I'll go pick that up from the depot at that time. So today was a day of detail work. And while it really doesn't feel like I did a lot, I definitely crossed a lot of things off the list. First thing I want to point out, I fixed that. There were some scars on the wall from, missing paint. And I just touched that up. Oh. Down here, I stained and varnished the thresholds, so now they match. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. I also fixed up and varnished the first coat of the cabinet face that I got lazy on. In here, I moved stuff around, took some stuff out of the house, and staged this for some photos. And I could not. I really, really can't be happier. This is just so pretty. When I took the photo, I was just kind of blown away at how this came out exactly the way I wanted it to. This washer and dryer could be set back a little bit more, and I do have a couple inches to spare here, but I'm gonna wait until I get that threaded up. I'm actually having a little bit of trouble with this adapter. I ended up accidentally cross-threading it. I don't know if I used too much Teflon tape the second time around, but I'm having problems with leaks. So I'm gonna go swap out the fitting with another identical one, because there was nothing wrong with the fitment. It's just apparently I'm a moron. I also stained and varnished this threshold. It's already got leaves on it, but I think it's going to be fine. I went ahead and put this back on because I changed the transformer for the doorbell, and the doorbell still doesn't work. I've got no idea why. So it turns out my electrician did not actually go under for surgery yet. He wanted to get a second opinion, and he might not have to, at least not in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to try to nail that down as quick as we can, because if he's got to go into surgery, I want the work he owes me first. Kind of selfish of me, but you know. I cleared out the built-ins, cleaned everything up. I totally forgot I wanted to paint that wood, so maybe I'll do that in the upcoming next few days. There was a little bit of touch up to do on the wall under here. I did that as well. Cleaned up the windows, took some nice photos of this room. And in here, I have installed the new ceiling fan. I gotta say, these Hunter fans are so freaking easy to work with. You know, the time I saved just buying a new fan easily paid for the fan. This is really just, it looks good. It went together really easy. The bracket was a lot bigger, so it was a lot easier to fit everything. It all just went together really smoothly, and I couldn't be happier with it. I have to do some touch up on the ceiling. I'm going to do that when I paint the ceiling in the bathroom sometime before the year 3000. And look at how well balanced this fan is. So I'm going to turn it on high. I think that's high. Yeah, it's spinning up. And it moves more than enough air for this room. It's probably a little oversized for this room, but if you want to cool off quickly, this is how you do it. And lastly today, on the outside of the house, my tree guy has been cleaning up the trees. He just finished, and so he removed the... Let's go outside and take a look. So he removed the pine tree that was here. It was just competing with the oak tree, and with it gone, the oak tree can really just kind of flourish. It looks so much better without it even. So give it, like, you know, a year or so, and the oak tree will fill in the space that was being invaded by this pine tree. So yeah, this looks really good, nice and open. Once I put the boulder wall up front, I think this is just going to be a picture perfect front yard. I have to pull some weeds in here and start getting some water down because I may try to save these rose bushes. And then he cleaned up my house. He also trimmed my oak tree really nicely. This is going to encourage it to grow up and out rather than down and into houses. So this was really well done. So that's going to wrap things up for this week. If you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, share, comment. If you don't like what I'm doing, leave me a smartass comment. I love smartass comments because not only do I enjoy a good internet argument just like anybody else, but you're still helping the algorithm, which helps me big time.